What I think of Zoocie Kokdo whole-roundedly, I think he's very focused, man. That's one thing about Zoocie. You know, if it's he has his priorities in order. If it's about music, it's about music. You know what I mean? If you're just chilling, you're just chilling. And when you get to know him as a person, you get to understand that he loves what he does, and it's all that matters to him. He takes care of it. You know what I mean? All his art just takes care of it. So Zoocie is a very focused person, man. That's what Zoocie is. Zoocie's coming for it. You know? And as a person, Zoocie, you can tell Zoocie's understanding. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's full of understanding.
He's a genius, man. The kid makes, you know, in a time where it sounds like a lot of hip-hop artists are running out of ideas fast, it's dope to hear somebody who's like really fresh and sounds really confident and is very dynamic too.
Have you ever made a wish? Morning star, morning star. Have you ever made a wish? Morning star, morning star. Have you ever made a wish? Morning star, morning star. Have you ever?
The music I make is really, I'd say, like, not my everydays, but stuff I go through. I make music about things I go through. Like, I just dropped an EP, which just highlighted like my road and, you know, everything I've been through via like music, and, you know, just I make music according to what's on my mind, and, you know, I try to like tell people stories and teach them better. And, you know, I'm not really about like, you know, fuck up the club, or I'll get on joints like that, but like I'm more like the introspective type, you know. Try to get people to think better, get their mind right, you know, because that's what I need when I listen to music. So I make that type of music.
Yeah, man, working with Zoocie it's crazy. It's like he's always like down to earth. Like whenever I'm with him, it's never like, you know, I'm chilling with the nigga, like, you know, like I'm chilling with my homies. Just down to work, you know. He's like one of the hardest working human beings I know.
Are you on body cause the bag is so for real? Yeah, she high for real. Yeah, she high for real. Yeah, she high.
The production, I'd say, it was fairly dark, you know. Most of the songs are dark, and it's only because I was in a dark space, you feel what I'm saying? Via like what I had to do, and all the things I had sacrificed, and all the time I had sacrificed, and all the relationships, not like love relationships or spousal relationships, but like relationships with people, friends, you know, my mom and like my family. And like it was just a dark period where like people were turning their backs on me, and I was alone in studio a lot. Like most of the stuff that you hear right now, like even the features and everything, beats and stuff, I made at home, and I was just chilling at home alone. So it was a very dark period. That's why the EP is so dark. Maybe I'll make something happier because things are good now, you know. Yeah.
This is what we should be getting like 3 years from now. You know what I mean? But he's delivering it right now, so you can pretty much tell that 3 years from now it's gonna be on another level. You know what I mean? That's how much I believe in Zoocie.
With Morning Star, he came up to me and was like, yo, man, you know, I'm planning on doing this, that, the third with you. Played me the song, and I really liked it, man. You know, so I was down for it. I like Zoocie's shit, you know what I mean? So I came off from listening to a couple of Zoocie shit, but not really knowing that Zoocie, but liking it, you know what I mean? But I like Zoocie's shit, man. So when he came to me and, you know, presented Swisheroo to me, it was a blessing. I was like, all right, you go. Be nice. Which is crazy because I actually did the verse like 30 minutes before he had dropped the tape because I was so busy, you know what I mean? Tour, gigs, interviews and shit. You know what I mean? But eventually I had to do it. So it was like 30 minutes just before he had dropped, man. It was so genuine. And he's doing well right now. So yeah.
On the EP, I've got Stogie T, I have A. Reese, Ginger Trill, Kid X, and my little homie Diamonds, and Big Les for real. Yeah, it's a 9-track EP. I really believe like music is a personal thing, and if your music is not personal, then you're doing something wrong. Like if you're gonna be telling another man's story, if you're sitting at home and you know that at home I cannot afford like 5 bottles of Moet or whatever, like 5 bottles of Ciroc. If you know you can't afford that, and you get on a song and talk about I'm popping 5 bottles of Ciroc when you know you're not, then you're doing something wrong. So as far as what I'm gonna do next, or what I'm gonna talk about, or what my sound is gonna move to, as I said, Morning Star is what I was going through at the time. Like if you listen properly, it's a very come up story. Like almost everything. Nobody did me no favors, you know. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I was a lot like, even the hooks I was doing, like I was all alone. I did it just to flex, stuff like that. Like that's just a very come up approach, because that's where I was. I was like, I was telling my come up story.
Nobody did me no favors. I was working on my vision. Nobody did me no favors. Nobody did me no favor. Nobody did me no favors. Now I'm moving and I'm winning. Nobody did me no favors, no.
Bad bitches in the cut shit. I might just fuck up the budget. No, I'm kidding, I don't play that. I'm getting paid to show up at the function, and y'all niggas on some fuck shit, but we gon' always rise above. He wants to be outstanding as far as, you know, sonically, you know, the music is concerned. Sonically, he wants his sound to just be very different, very clean, very rare, so that nobody else can create the source. You can't duplicate it, you can only get it from him. But what made it easy for me is because, like, that's the kind of music that I make. Funny enough, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I'd make anyway. If he just sent me the beat, I'd fall in love with it, and that's the type of stuff that I would do. So it's almost like we are from the same generation, and you know, as far as where this thing could possibly go, we can see it, and we're like, yeah, let's go more this way. Let's go more this way. So it's like working with somebody that I worked with before. If I was to try to, you know, get a peek into his future based off what he's doing right now, I think he already is a force to be reckoned with. It's just that his presence is much more visible on the internet. You know what I mean? And that's where he can control the narrative. That's when you can see what he co-signs by, what he retweets, what he says, because you don't get to see him on a lot of interviews on TV. But he's a lot of people went to him for the sauce. I mean, how many singles on rotation since January have been produced and featured Zoocie? You know, he produces and features himself on the song, and some other guy features. So it's like, if it keeps going at that rate, this guy is going to influence a whole wave and a generation of a sound.
I spent so much time in the studio, turning knobs, making songs perfect, fixing up, trying to make music perfect. That's why I hate going outside. Ain't no knobs to make life perfect. That don't stop me from trying. I'm an enemy to myself. There's no compression I can put on my thoughts. I can't put people on the PC or put scenarios and problems on the channel and make them perfect. But it's the only life I know. So what are you doing? Music is taking so much from you, and you've come way too far to stop now. You see why I say you gotta get your mind right, nigga? Fuck that. Fuck rap. Fuck all you niggas. Fuck every single nigga that ever looked down on me. Fuck all these fucking bitches that did me wrong. Fuck every single nigga that think I ain't really doing this shit for real, nigga. I don't really fear nobody, nigga. When it comes to these fucking melodies and these beats, nigga, any nigga can get it, nigga. I dare any nigga to step up to me right now, and you won't get that work, nigga. And you, don't push me. Yo, trying to get me to think straight, nigga. It's cool. We can be like this, dog. It's cool, bro. That's what the rap game needs anyway.
Is that a gun, nigga?
So, I'm
Put
sorry
that
I
shit
gotta do
away,
this to you,
nigga. What
bro.
the fuck? Stop playing.
You
Hey,
slowed me
nigga,
down.
what the fuck?
If you listen properly, there's a lower pitch voice, which is the, stable-minded guy, the, get it together type of guy. And there's the high pitch guy, who's just always bashing the stable guy. Just you're always too soft. You always, and then they like get into it and they argue about different issues. Like last time you were talking about a girl, like you slowing us down and things like that. And then at the end, they argue, and then the bad one ends up killing the good guys. That's why there's like gunshots. And then like the second song, that's why the second song is called Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, because the good guy in the intro dies and he gets shot by the bad guy, because you can't be too good out here, otherwise niggas will take advantage. I haven't seen my mom in 3 years. You feel me? Like, I haven't seen my mom in 3 years. And that's the thing of, it's not something like you could say, I prefer it this way or I planned it to be this way. It just happened this way because I'm out here to do something. You feel what I'm saying? And most of the time, if you tell your parents you've got a dream such as mine in the field that I'm in, most black kids know it, that like parents will not like support you fully, because as soon as you're like old enough to go to school, they see you like as an engineer or like as a doctor or like as all those other things. But like when you come home and you're like, I want to be a dancer or I want to be a musician, or they've got that thing of like, have a backup plan, or are you sure, or it's not like. So when that happened between me and my mom, I got the thing of I have to come out here to make sure that I'm going to become what I say I'm going to become. And when I see her next time, it must show that I left with a plan, and I'm going to show her that, I was dedicated enough to see it through financially and everything.